Hey guys, all right. Welcome to the backside weave, or the backside way, the best backside way to generate speed. And in all seriousness, this is a challenging sequence to get down. It's going front side is a lot more easy because I'm facing the wave. I can have a really clear visual on the wave as I go along it because I'm facing the wave. Backside is a lot more challenging because my back is facing the wave, so I have to understand how to move in a way that I can see what's happening sort of along the side of me and behind me. And because when I'm going front side, I'm going from a toe side to the heel side edge. This way I'm bottom turning on a heel side edge and going onto a toe side edge. So I'm going the opposite way. So I'm essentially doing the opposite move from a front side. And generally for beginners, this way is more challenging. So doing this on the skateboard really does, it helps massively in terms of building some muscle memory. It's the same move as we do in the water, and I'll run through it now for you to give you a better understanding of how to generate speed, and also how to this is a great way to help with rhythm and sequence and being in the right rhythm on the wave. If I run through the skate sequence now, is you'll notice the difference here is as I really use my arms to toss. So if we slow movement down a little bit here, as I run through my sort of bottom turn, which is very light, I'm coming from a pretty compressed state. Note my back knee again. You'll probably hear me say this a lot through the skate tutorials, but my back knee is bent a little more, and it's also folding in closer to my front leg here. You'll notice that if I was doing a regular squat, my probably leg would come out here and drop down, but my knee is folding in to my front knee, and that's just so you can see my hips are on an angle here. That's generally so I can face in this, so I can see where I'm going down the line in this direction a little easier. If my hips were aligned along like this way, then I wouldn't be able to get a clear vision down the line. Again, this is the top of the wave here. I've drawn in chalk a little bit of a line. But again, this sequence on the skateboard is to ensure that I have a good understanding of how to generate speed. As I go along in this sequence here, you'll see my arms, and I'm extending, and I'm using my arms I'm extending with my arms. Now, if you can see here, my arms go really high. I really do toss my arms as I get more extended. And the tossing of the arms helps me get not only power, or it creates movement to help me go up the wave, because at the moment I'm heading up towards the lip. And now I really want to make this a highlight, is the tossing of the arms is huge. And I'm a tall guy, so I want to make sure I leverage any possibility, any movement to help me get speed. So I really do toss my arms high into the air, and that helps me get to the top of the wave with speed and control. And then from this point, as I get to the top and I start to come back down, I lower my arms considerably, and there you'll get a good understanding of my back knee again. See how it's sort of on a bit of an angle. It's definitely gets a little lower than this leg here. It's because this back knee is dropped in a little bit towards this direction. Then my arms, you can see, stay nice and close to my body as I drop down the wave. So dropping down the wave here now, and then I can sort of toss my arms again. You'll notice that this arm here is going to really come around my body. It's almost like I'm twisting as I go up, and as I twist, I extend and I lift my arms up high, and I'm really elevated here. So between this point here and this point here, that's where I'm generating as much of my own power as I possibly can through the turn. So I'm utilizing the wave power and my personal physical power to create speed, and that's really important to understand how to do, especially from at a beginner standpoint, and also as well as an intermediate and more advanced standpoint. I see a lot of people when they do their sort of weaving or backside bottom turns, they don't elevate and they don't toss their arms high to help create more speed. So that's really important. And again, this is a really challenging move to do on a wave, to do it well. So this is a really great one and to start off with learning. And also this one here, guys, as well as the front side sort of bottom turn, top turn movement or weave or creating speed. This is a great, these are the two best ones to start off with on your Carver skateboard, because there's not a huge room for error here. We can go really slowly. We don't need to go fast on the skateboard. Again, we want to really be conscious of the potential. It is a potential place of injury. If you fall off here, obviously you're not falling off into the water. So if you fall off on your skateboard, it's going to hurt. We don't want that to happen. We want to make sure we're in the correct gear. I like skating in bare feet because it mirrors what I'm going to be using in the ocean. But if you feel more comfortable in shoes, then go for it. But I like to do it in bare feet. And I go slowly as well. Like this is just I'm generating the speed from my skateboard. I'm not pushing to go really fast. I'm just doing the movements myself. So again, here is a slower side angle version. So bottom turn, extension, toss the arms and out. And just sort of, here's a really good sort of analogy, like from a surf perspective, watching how here, as I bottom turn, I extend and I toss my arms in a very similar way to as I skate. So here you'll see on the surf side, really elevated. So I'm extended here through my legs. My arms are up past my shoulder height and I'm tossing up. If you can see here, like very, very, very similar positioning in terms of height, leg extension. It's all looking quite exactly the same. So I'll just keep going through here. And as I go up, I lower my arms and lower my body into a crouch position and then continue on down the line. And then I extend and do the same movement again. So it's a very, very continual progression. You can do this as you go down the line, and again, you can do this from start to finish on the wave, and you'll be in good rhythm and you'll have good speed. You don't need to be doing huge vertical turns, and it'll be very challenging to do so if you're just starting off. But this is a great movement to do just from a beginner level to get used to the rhythm of the wave. So here's a front on angle again. Compression, extend, toss the arms, get to the top of the wave, compress again, extend and toss. So again, the arms come up, very similar mechanics there from the skate and surf side. And I get to the top of the wave, I compress a little bit, come over my front foot, drive down, back leg drops in again, come up again, and repeat. It's just a really nice way to have good flow on the skateboard and good flow on the board. And again, this is a challenging sequence to do, but it really works very, very well getting used to doing these moves on the skateboard. So I hope you enjoy this, and yeah, make sure it's you're practicing on a flat surface. As you can see, I'm on a netball court, and draw your lines, understand where you are on the wave, visualize. It's nice to visualize yourself doing these moves on the wave. Again, having a good understanding of what you're supposed to be doing when you start on the skateboard is super beneficial. So I like to say, okay, cool, I'm going to work on my backside weave right now. This would be the weave. This would be the movement that I'm doing. All right, guys, enjoy. Get out there.